Hi, Julie. It's nice to have you here with us today. Thanks for your contributions to everything we're doing with Maryland Archaeology Month. And we'd like to know a little bit more about what you've been working on. So, could you start by just telling us a little bit about where you work?
Yeah, I work at the Maryland Department of Transportation at the Secretary's office. And here I direct the Office of Cultural Resources and also serve as their chief archaeologist. And some of the things I've been working on include the excavation and survey of Harriet Tubman's birthplace. So we have been working on that for quite some time. We successfully located the home of Ben Ross, Harriet Tubman's father, as well as a quarter for enslaved people about a mile away. So a lot of our interest in our research and our focus has been there. But also at MDOT, we oversee the historical roadside marker program in consultation and coordination with the Maryland Historical Trust. So that is a program we've been putting a lot of efforts in because we have to review a lot of the old signage that has been around for almost 100 years that might have insensitive or inaccurate language. So a lot of our focus right now has been both on the signs as well as Harriet Tubman's birthplace.
Great. So, what is your favorite thing about your job, if you had to pick?
Yeah, my favorite thing about the job is really working with descendant communities. It gives me a reason, and I think as a Maryland employee, we're public servants, right? So I think that being able to do the archaeology, do the historical research, but have those descendant communities involved and discover things while we're discovering those artifacts and learning about their family is part of our work is really exciting and rewarding. So I think that working with living people, researching their family history that is sometimes 200-300 years old is really, really rewarding.
Absolutely. Yeah. So how did you get into archaeology then, and what keeps you in it now?
Yeah, the thing that got me into archaeology, I feel like I've always was born with that interest in what's down below my feet in the ground. I grew up in Minnesota, and I remember our driveway. I lived in the country, and our driveways were full of limestone gravel. And in those pieces of gravel, there were these fossils of leaves and ferns, and that's kind of how it began. And then I had these uncles who in Minnesota would always walk the farm fields looking for arrowheads. So they would collect and I would go along with them. And I don't think I was ever very good at it because I don't have anything from those days in my drawers anymore. But they did kind of pique my interest in history and the people who lived, many thousands of years ago. So that's how I got into it. And staying in it has been effortless. I feel that just my passion for it and the interest and the way that it has changed throughout my career has really always, made me feel like every day is a new day and something, exciting is, just around the corner.
Absolutely. So, more specifically, then, tell us what you are writing about for Maryland Archaeology Month this time.
What I'm writing about for Maryland Archaeology Month is the discovery of Ben Ross's home place. That was the home where Harriet Tubman's father lived most of his life when he was in Maryland in Dorchester County. But also I'm writing about the Thompson Quarter, which is a second place where enslaved people lived on that same property. They were enslaved by Anthony Thompson. The Thompson Quarter, we found a collection of artifacts that was placed beneath the ground in front of the fireplace. And that collection of artifacts, we believe, is linked to West African spirit practices. So whoever was living there put this bundle there to protect themselves and their family from who knows what. But it was put there, and we believe it was probably in the early 1800s. So I'm writing about that, but I'm also, most importantly, writing about the importance of incorporating in living biological descendants of Harriet Tubman and her family. So I discuss working alongside of them, what it was like for them. So it's just the perfect, I think that essay kind of is the perfect combination of how archaeology and living descendants can all come together to create this wonderful story about Maryland history.
Sure. Yeah. So I think that that's absolutely very important. Why do you think that this is a really important topic to talk about now?
I think it's an important topic to talk about now because we're starting to have, I think archaeologists begin to realize the benefit of involving these living communities in their work and how we can have a better, I think, product, or we can do better archaeology by bringing in living descendants and community members, people from universities. And the more people and more diversity you have in your project, the better results you'll get. So I think it just now is a good time. It's taken us a while, but I think we're all kind of on board and we're beginning to do that and realize the value of that to our work.
Definitely. Well, we appreciate that work, and thanks for taking some time today to tell us more about it.
Thank you for your interest in what we're doing here.